You look like you've been doing the parish walk with your buttocks on your hands.
Yeah, it's just like make it a little bit comfier on the handlebars and that. Like in some places now you do tense up a bit and you are grabbing the handles a bit too tight. But
Where's that? Whereabouts is that?
Just in general, like like just if you're like trying to like push in an area, or like you make a mistake and you're trying to gain that back.
Okay, we're here live at the Manx Grand Prix, the big one. It's the senior race. It's promising to be a brilliant race. The weather has finally cleared. It was very misty this morning, 2-hour delay, but we're ready to go. We're just going to try and find some people to interview and have their thoughts on this race. It's going to be a fast one, that's for sure. Right, we'll try and grab a word with Mikey Evans, winner of the junior race. Mikey, winner of the junior race, weather's looking good, how are you feeling for this one?
Nervous, very nervous.
Nervous?
Yeah.
The bike at 750, faster than the 600, you're looking good in practice. Any changes need doing after practice week?
No, we made a little change for the one lap after the junior race there, but decided to go back to where it was. I know I can ride the bike how it was, so stay with what we know and see what happens.
All the best, mate, fast and safe.
Thank you.
Dean Osborne's bike just going to come in here, second place. So they're lining up in order of fastest times in the week. So we've got Michael Evans going off first, Dean Osborne second, Jamie Williams third. We'll try and get a word with both of them. Jamie Williams is here.
Hi Jamie.
How you doing?
So we reached the last race of the week. How are you feeling?
I feel really good, to be fair. I'm looking forward to it. Last race of the week. Last chance where you get to do this for another 12 months. So yeah, just get my head down and enjoy it really.
How are you hoping to do today?
Like I've said all week, I'll be happy with a top 10, but we're not far off that 120 laps. So I think that'll be the main aim today. If we can nail that, you know, that'll be the icing on the cake for the week for me.
You've done really well this week already. Is there any changes you've had to make on the bike at all for this race?
To be honest with you, I think I'd be stupid if I did. So I've just left it as it was from the junior. The bike handled really, really well. So it's just had a quick check over and that's it, ready to go.
Fantastic, all the best of luck and thank you very much.
Thanks very much, cheers.
Dean Osborne's not just here yet. He was just over there. We'll leave him talking to his friend. Have a look a bit further down. See, we haven't spoken to Joe Farger at all this week. See if we can pop a word with Joe. Joe,
Hiya.
Live with the Manx Grand Prix, senior race. How are you feeling for this one?
Yeah, no, I feel good. I just get steady away, take my time and just see how I get on.
How was the junior race for you?
No, it was good. I had a few issues with a fuel pump and that, but I think a few other guys did as well, so we're in the same boat, so hopefully go a bit quicker today, but you never know.
More to come, you reckon?
Well, I hope so. The way I was riding, I thought I was riding a lot faster than what I was going, so I think I was about 7 miles an hour down on the speed trap to what I was in practice. And the tea bag was full of shit, and the fuel pump was knackered as well, so I'm just stuck and see.
Fast and safe, mate, all the best.
Yeah, cheers, thanks very much.
Apologies for the fruity language there. David, will let Dieter do this one? He's your mate.
Hi David, how are you doing?
Not so bad, and yourself?
I'm fine, thank you. How are you feeling about today's race? Obviously it's the last race of the week. Are you ready to put your all into it?
Yeah, I am. Wednesday was a bit of a disaster. It was my own worst enemy on Wednesday. It tensed up and tried too hard to go with and whatever. Just to settle in towards the end of the race, so I found a bit of pace. I know I have it, so it's just go out and treat. This is 4 laps of practice and see where we end up. Just get a finish and hope everybody finishes safe and has a good run, you know. So.
And are you feeling confident about the bike? Is there any changes you've had to make for the last race?
No, the bike's been spot on from the end of practice week up to the race the other day. So, you know, the bike is good. I'm feeling all right, you know. I won't know until I get down Bray Hill what way I'm actually really feeling, but, you know, we'll dig deep and see where we end up, you know. So.
You've obviously got quite a strong team behind you here.
I do.
Are they all? Have they been with you for a while then?
Yeah, they've been with me for the last few years. Great bunch of lads, messers like, but great bunch of lads. Only for them I wouldn't be here. You know, I can't do it all myself. So all I do is ride the bike. These do all the horse work, you know, and obviously then with the bike itself, Martin Bullock, he supplied the bikes for me. So without him, I'd be lost. I wouldn't be here either. So. Like it's not always the rider, it's a team behind that makes it all happen, you know. So I'm just grateful to have it all, you know.
Fantastic, and best of luck today.
Cheers, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thanks.
All remaining bikes from Park Fairway onto the start line. All remaining bikes onto the start line. Thank you.
Darren, you had a great day on Wednesday, first and a second. Can you replicate that today?
I'll try my best. I'll see how it goes. You know, we'll get underway, and I think the conditions are pretty good. I've heard the track's fairly dry. A bit of inside information there, you know. But I don't know. I'll get the hammer down, see how it goes. You know, I'm a lot further back than I was. I had the open road. I was leading the group really on the Wednesday. So we'll see how it goes. I'll probably hopefully I'll be catching people and passing them. You know, but you can get stuck behind people here. You see, it's not a case of you know you can catch them up, pass them quick like short circuit. It's sometimes unless your bike's a bit quicker than them on the straights or anything, you know, you really struggle getting past some spots. It's really tight, one line, you know, so we'll just see how it goes.
All the best, mate. Stay safe.
Thank you very much. Cheers.
Cheers. Okay, let's have a little bit of a look further down if we can. The rest of the bikes are being brought up from Parc Ferme. We'll let him talk to his team, Andy Farrell. Just watch our backs here. Darryl, a bit disappointed in the newcomers race. Can you make amends for that today?
Oh, definitely. Hey, we're out here to enjoy ourselves today. No pressure. It's all about just relaxing and having fun today.
2 hour delay. Nervous, excited, bit of both, ready to go?
I'm actually pretty calm for this one, considering my most important one's finished now, so it's all about me enjoying myself now, so I'm quite happy, yeah.
Change your helmet today?
Yes, we went with a new brand today. Hopefully we'll not have the same bother as or Monday or Tuesday there, past.
Good luck, mate. Stay safe.
Much, lads, and mate. You know.
Okay, we'll try and grab a word with Dean Osborne.
First 2 laps we did on him was 117 and 118, so no made up with it. It's a different animal. It's a bit of a beast around here, but it's good.
Isn't it amazing? He's jumping up that 150cc, isn't it?
Just quickly before you get going, how are you feeling for this one?
Alright, just see if the bike makes it. We've done an engine swap because the junior, the engine went off song, so yeah, we're in a bit of a lottery ticket today. Hopefully the bike will make it. We don't know the gearing, you see, because it's a different engine, different gearbox, so just out to have fun today.
How did you feel after the junior race?
Alright, I was fine. It's just the motor slowed up really. It was giving me the problem during the race, so we did what we did.
See where you can make ground today? Any place to go a little bit faster?
I don't know really. We'll just see from the start, see how I get on.
All the best, mate. Stay safe.
Mate. Thanks very much.
Right, we'll make our way to the start line. We're only 3 minutes away now. Excuse me, Chloe.
Previous.
Oh yeah, actually, but the bikes look smart. I mean,
Scouts all lined up in formation.
They put a great show on for the Manx people, don't they?
Yeah, they have. They've done nothing but work on these bikes. You know, between myself and Alan, they've been working flat out every single night, pretty much. You know, every single day just to get ready for racing, for practicing, everything. Yeah. So no credit. Look at it. It's amazing.
Enjoy the race.
Yeah, thank you very much. Thanks.
Farrelly Evans, thanks very much for that. Sorry guys, just jump round. Cheers, chaps. And Jamie Williams with a camera on the back. Paul, just squeeze in there, Paul. Sorry, bud. Sorry, mate. I don't. It's just, it's just. Dear me, Paul Duckett there. He knows how to win round here. So, what about you, Jamie Williams? Happy enough this morning, afternoon?
Yeah, really happy, mate. Just I need to crack that 120 today, I think. Just want to go out and enjoy it, get my head down, and get on with it. Really.
Been a long morning for you. Or what you been doing?
Lying down, sleeping.
That's the answer. Good luck, Jamie.
Okay, we're live here on Glencrutchery Road. It's the big one. They've had races all week. This is the culmination of the Manx Grand Prix. What are your thoughts on today?
I mean, this is the final one. This is the big race. You know, they all seem up to scratch and you know, ready to do it. They can do their best, and we'll just see what happens.
They're lining up in order of fastest through practice and race week. We've got Mikey Evans at the front. He looks nervous and ready today, doesn't he?
I mean, I think it's a combination of nerves and just, you know, being ready to do it. I mean, it's not a hard. It's a hard circuit at the best of times, you know. So it's just, you know, give it the roll.
It's amazing to see the weather now, considering what it was like this morning, isn't it?
I mean, it's cleared up a lot. I wasn't too certain this morning if it would even go ahead, but it's the sun shining. It should hopefully stay for the afternoon.
All the best.
All the best.
The Nook and of course Governor's Tip. Full lap Senior Manx Grand Prix. Over to Tim.
Very much indeed, Chris. Excellent to hear from the riders right down the order, and of course at the front there. Last year's race, well, it was a cracker, absolute cracker. Andrew Dudgeon led until the bungalow of the last lap when Tom Whedon nudged himself ahead. The gap at the end, as we approach now 1 minute and 5 seconds to the start, Whedon won by 0.674 of a second, and a last lap from Whedon of 121.109, and he became the 10th member of the Tommy Clucas Club. We did have a delay a year ago as well of an hour and a half. We've beaten it this year, a 2-hour delay this time around, but it is Michael Evans on that Martin Bullock Motorsport Manx Sport Suzuki, the 750 machine that is at the top, number 17. And well, what a lap it was in practice, 122.188, as we're now coming up to 25 seconds to go. The lap record was set in 2015 by Malachi Mitchell Thomas at 122.221 miles per hour. So he's only just outside that mark in practice. A superb lap put in, 10 seconds now to go, and the Lieutenant Governor, Sir Richard Gosney, has the small flag to drop, the Manx flag. Tap on the shoulder will be coming for the start of the senior. We're away. There goes Michael Evans. The bike keeps going, he's definitely the man to beat. 31, Dean Osborne on the Brian Osborne Kawasaki away next. Now the Honda of number 23, Jamie Williams. 3 Manxies set the scene. PRF Racing Suzuki of number 2, Barry Lee Evans away. Sounding sweet as it heads off towards St Ninians. Now it's Glenn Harrison on the Toyo Tyre Suzuki. And the 5th Manxman in the top 6, number 25, Joe Farragher's away. Tom Robinson now. Number 4, David Lumsden on the Martin Bullock Manx Sport Honda now, away. Under the RST bridge he goes, then it's number 3, Darren Cooper on the Kawasaki. '21, Brendan Farger on the Paul Smythe Racing Yamaha. 48, Dave Butler on the Kawasaki. Away he goes towards Bray Hill, no number 8 there, so a non-starter is Richard Charlton. 47 Mark Ironside away on the Kawasaki next. Flag drops for him. Let's hear him away. Beautiful. Kawasaki next, number 1, Andrew Farrell. And 65, well up the order. 15th to start, James Chalk. 59, Stephen Smith on the Suzuki is next. And next will be the triumph of 82, newcomer Darrell Tweed. .32, Damien Horan on the Suzuki. 16, Peter Wilkinson on the Yamaha. Another Yamaha next, 39, Charles Reese Hardesty. Little gingerly away, but just flicks the visor down. 15, Stephen Proctor is next on the Red House Construction Yamaha. Team Marty Motors Yamaha now, number 9, Victor Lopez Santos. Ooh, front wheel up, gets it down and away. 50 is Nick Anderson on a Kawasaki. .22, Wayne Humble on the Yamaha is now away. Settling in behind the screen, number 14, Dennis Booth on the Kawasaki now. And another Kawasaki, this time 38, Adrian Hartog. Satori Racing Suzuki of 35, Rob Whittle is away. And another triumph now, it's 28, Paul Potchy Williams. The noise of that bike disappears away to the left. Let's go to Glenn Helen and Dave Christian.
Back on the money, Tim. There's Mikey Evans through on his first lap, and we're good time for Joe Farragher, 4th fastest so far on this opening lap. Next man in, gets that length over real early on the approach to this long sweeping left-hander. Juice on, and that is Tom Robinson, number 12, safely through on his opening lap. And 4 comes through now, that's David Lumsden. So everybody present and correct so far on the opening lap. That's 3, Darren Cooper through as well. Darren Cooper, nice steady approach from Darren Cooper. 6th fastest of the 9 through so far. 21 wrestles that round the corner, the left-hander here, Brendan Farger. And Brendan Farger safely makes his climb up towards that long straight along Cronkovody. where the riders will be able to tuck in, have a little bit of a break. 48 now, Dave Butler. Again, safely through on his opening lap, but the lead is number 17, Michael Evans. He leads number 2, Barry Lee Evans, by 6 seconds. Third place, number 23, Jamie Williams. He is 2 seconds back on Barry Lee Evans. It's the next man. Gets his knee out, gets the bike cranked over. Now that is 47, Mark Ironside, just outside the top 10 for Mark on his opening sector. 3 3/4 laps or so to go yet. So it is only early days. Michael Evans was the man in qualifying. Looks to be the man at race pace 2 with a 6-second advantage in the opening sector. 65, James Shaw. Closely followed by 59 on the road. Stephen Smith, so they're both safely through on their opening lap as well. 82, Darryl Tweed. Now, Darryl Tweed does jump a few places. The newcomer up to 11th place on corrected time, so a good opening sector for Darryl Tweed. 32 comes through now. Damien Horan just nicks in behind Darryl Tweed on corrected time, but Darryl Tweed 11th place for 82. A great start for him, making 4 or 5 places in the opening sector, so that'll be one to watch out for. The gaps are only very small at the moment. There's 16 and 39 through together. 39 Reece Hardesty, 16 is Peter Wilkinson. Reece Hardesty, we know he can go real quick around here. 13th fastest for number 39. So Reece Hardesty grabbing a few places on the opening sector as well. 15 through there now, Steve Proctor. Steve Proctor, 17th fastest to Glen Helen on the opening lap. Number 9 there, we've got Lopez Santos. Lopez Santos holding position there and thereabouts. He's being caught from behind by number 50. Wayne Humble makes a move. Wayne Humble, number 22, into the top 3 here at Glen Helen on the opening lap. So number 17, Michael Evans leads. Number 2, Barry Lee Evans. 2 seconds back on Barry Lee Evans. In 4th, number 23, Jamie Williams. He's half a second back on Humble. 2 Barry Lee Evans by 6 seconds. 5 slots in. Actually, it was 38, Adrian Hardhog. 35, Rob Whittle. 19th position for Rob Whittle. 20 comes through there in the background as well. Let's just have a look. Sorry, that 28, that was Paul Williams. Apologies. Not 20, 2-8, not 2-0. So Michael Evans is back up. Jamie Williams, 4. In 5th place, number 25, Joe Farragher. He is just half a second down. Evans just moved in front of Joe Farragher. So a good start from Gareth Evans as well. He had a tour qualifying session that's coming better in racing. So Gareth Evans just a 10th of a second down on Jamie Williams. In 6th place, number 25, Joe Farragher. He is a 5th of a second down on Evans. In 7th, number 7, Glenn Harrison. He's a second down on Joe Farragher. In 8th, number 3, Darren Cooper. 3/10 of a second down on Harrison. In 9th, number 31, Dean Osborne. He is half a second down on Darren Cooper. And in 10th place, number 4, David Lumpton. He is just a 3rd of a second down on Dean Osborne. In the background, you can going through, and also through is number 40, Matt Milcrease. We just take a couple more. That's 51, and Michael Kawasaki safely through here on his opening lap. 74, we just take a couple more, and 44 in the background. That is 51, and Michael
Manx Radio TV, powered by Podium.
21st century with the creation of cost-effective advertising only placed to be seen at the right time, in the right place, by the right audience. For long-lasting solutions that work worldwide, visit MediaTek.ie.
Owners of domestic animals and livestock joining the TT course, please ensure that they are secure during the practice and race periods.
Powered by MediaTek Advertising.
Straight to Ramsey hairpin, Chris Boyd. Evans away and gone already off up the hill. Here's Dean Osborne second on the road, followed by 2 and 23. Jamie Williams the second of those. Barry Lee Evans the first of those. And the front away and through the hairpin on lap 1. The senior Manx Grand Prix off up the hill towards the waterworks and onto the line. Michael Evans absolutely flying on that 750 GSXR Suzuki. We think he's on about 121 with 221.3 pace from a standing start, which is seriously impressive, but of course just a little bit of caution over some of the conditions across the mountain, although definite look around though on the machine from him. 4 is next in here with London, followed by 1 second down on Williams. Darren Cooper in 5th, 2 seconds down on Farragut. 2 minutes away for Humble to get here. So the next man in, Mark Ironside. All working out for 22 when he arrives. Spotted in the top 6 on this leaderboard. Vincent Robinson at the moment holding on to 6th behind Cooper. Then Dean Osborne, David Lumsden, Glenn Harrison, Dave Butler rounding out the top. TT Grandstand on Manx Radio TV.
Remember the golden age of advertising, when just by hearing the music, you'd think of the brand. Now, MediaTek Advertising is creating brand magic for the 21st century.
final opening lap here being put in by just Michael Evans. Opening time 24-year-old. Seconds ahead of the 29-year-old from Wales, Barry Lee Evans, and 14 seconds back currently in third at the bungalow is number 23, Jamie Williams from Douglas. Crocknamona, light is on now for number 17. What sort of speed are we going to see here? I think it's quick. I really do think this is quick. Well, are we going to get 123? Well, I think we could be on for a lap record the way things are going. But we'll have to see how he gets there from Crocknamona and that signpost and through the dip there. Ahead of Barry Lee Evans, Jamie Williams, number 23, and 31, Dean Osborne, are already at Crocknamona as well. But Michael Evans will be coming into view very shortly, and we'll look at the screen and see what sort of lap he is. Here he is! Look at the screen, 122.657
Michael Evans through at the grandstand. We'll just get his official time through. Official lap record, 122.6 mile an hour. It's a very fast race. At Glen Helen, Michael Evans was 5.7 seconds ahead of Barry Lee Evans. But at each timing sector, Barry Lee Evans is clawing back points of a second.
In time there.
Here's Barry Lee Evans, head down. Straight through. Here comes another bike. Dean Osborne. So Barry Lee Evans has passed Dean Osborne on the road, and Jamie Williams looks to have game time on Osborne as well. So I'll give you official time, we got it. Good run from Crocknamona to the grandstand by Michael Evans. He leads Barry Lee Evans by 6 seconds at the grandstand. Jamie Williams is 18.9 seconds back on Barry Lee Evans, with Osborne 5 seconds back on Williams. Barry Lee Evans goes into 121.9 as well. I'm pretty sure that's under lap record for him too.
To the Manx Grand Prix senior race. Look at Dean Osborne.
Here comes Joe Fargo across the line. And Glenn Harrison. We'll see where these two slot in. This is a very, very fast race. I wouldn't be surprised on the last lap if Michael Evans gets into the 123s. Okay, so Joe Fargo goes into 5th, 2 seconds back on Osborne. Glenn Harrison 6th, 14 back on Fargo. David Longston through the grandstand, shortly followed by Darren Cooper.
Record is the leader by 6.1 ahead of number 2 Barry Lee.
At Crocknamona, Cooper was 6th and Lumsden was 8th. And at the grandstand, Cooper still 6th and Lumsden still 8th. Lumsden is 7 seconds back on Cooper. Tom Robinson in 7th. Brendan Fargo through.
6.1 second advantage for number 17, Michael Evans ahead of number 2, Barry Lee Evans. Then in 3rd, but 18.9 down is number 23, Jamie Williams on his Honda.
Be interesting to see at Glen Helen what the margin is, because Barry Lee Evans seems to be fast around the rest of the course, but however, from the Crocknamona to the grandstand, Michael Evans is much faster.
And in 6th, number 3, Darren Cooper, 0.2, that is all, down on number 25 in 5th, Joe Farragher. 7th, 8th, number 4, David Lumsden, 9th, number 7, Glenn
Brendan Fargo goes into 10th place, 2 seconds down on Harrison. Give us some lap times. Jamie Williams, 100.
Inside through, 116.1. 5.5 for Mark Ironside. Another retirement, number 19, Alan Brodie has retired at Glenlock. So 3 retirements on this opening lap. But what an opener that was. The Santon rider has smoked it on the first lap there. 122.657 miles per hour. Good battle there between 59, Stephen Smith, and number 82 Daryl Tweed, and he's up into 9th place is Daryl Tweed, the newcomer on the Triumph, 117.881, and Andy Farrell has come into the pits. Let's go down to Chris.
Yeah, I don't think this is scheduled at all. He's just coming nice and steady off at number 1. Of course, Andy is, and his brothers there just putting the balaclava up over the top. I think Andy from the Skerries, you heard Dave mention that. Yeah, I think he's going to be in retirement in this race. Didn't finish that well in the hospital, but this one has finished now. We can go to the beer tent because I know that's what they're planning to do tonight, Tim.
David Horan at 116.9. He's 14th, Glen Helen, Dave Christian.
Yeah, thanks, Tim. Just awaiting the arrival of the leader on the road and the leader of the race. Crowd stirring at the hedges, machine noise approaches. Flick to the right to get round that wall. Knocks it back here, tips it in, and gets onto the juice pretty much straight away. No problems there at all for Mikey Evans. Going really, really well. And it is a reasonably tight race. There's about 10 or 11 or so that are grouped together in the space of probably a minute, and with a pit stop at the end of the lap. That could potentially see some changes, and we could see all sorts of dramas happening, particularly if people aren't, if some of the riders are a little bit heavy on the throttle. So it's all to play for as the next man comes into view now. And here's number 2, Barry Lee Evans, and that lead from Mikey Evans is extended 6.1 seconds. It was at the grandstand, it's now 9.5. Barry Lee Evans as well. Another 4 or 5 seconds there. Jamie Williams through now. He's dropped further back. So those two at the front, Michael Evans and Barry Lee Evans, are starting to pull away from the field a little bit, and the gap at the front for number 17 is increasing too. 9 seconds it is, the gap between number 17 Michael Evans, number 2 Barry Lee Evans. In third, number 23 Jamie Williams. It's 27 seconds now down on Barry Lee Evans. That was only 19 at the grandstand. So Barry Lee Evans and Michael Evans, great sector on the start of their second lap. 25 Joe Farragut, he's safely through here as well. Next man into view though, not too far behind, Glenn Harrison. Glenn Harrison makes a successful negotiation of the bend here at the old Glen Helen Hotel car park. And Tom Robinson comes through, trying to chase down on Glenn Harrison on the road, but he's ahead of him on correct time anyway. He's might just get a view of him and get him on the body and spur him on a little bit further. But the gap at the top, as I say, is increasing. The leaders start to pull away. 3 and 4 together on the road. David Lumsden 4, Darren Cooper 3. Cooper ahead of Lumsden on corrected time though. So Michael Evans leads Barry Lee Evans by 9 seconds here at Glen Helen on lap 2. And third place, number 23, Jamie Williams, 27 seconds back. Dean Osborne continues to hold warm place. He's just 2 seconds down on Jamie Williams. Number 25, Joe Farragut, he is just a second and a half down on Dean Osborne. So that battle really starting to hot up as Brendan Farger comes through again safely on his second lap. I think before we see Brendan Farger and get into that sort of top 10, I think Nick Anderson and Daryl Tweed, we need to see them through really, number 50 and number 82. They were just on the fringes of the top 10, and it'll be a little while, I think, before we see them. Wayne Humble was going so well on the open lap, but fell away after the first sector. Third here from a start position of 24th, which is a great opening second for Wayne Humble. That's Mark Ironside, 47, safely through here on his second lap as well. And at the moment though, Jamie Williams 3rd, Dean Osborne 4th, Joe Farragut 5th. In 6th place, number 3, Darren Cooper. Cooper is 4 seconds down on Joe Farragut. In 7th place, at the moment, number 12, Tom Robinson, 3 seconds down on Cooper. Gareth Evans, number 10, may come into the equation as well. 82 on 59, there's Darryl Tweed and Stephen Smith together on the road. Darryl Tweed at the moment occupying 10th, so we think he might just drop a place when we get Nick Anderson through here. Gareth Evans as well, number 10, Gareth Evans. He had a great start, together on the road. Darryl Tweed at the moment Damien Horan. Damien Horan safely through on Damien Horan safely through on the outmost Humble just outside the top 10 as 9 through, that's Victor Lopez Santos, so it doesn't look like we're going to catch Gareth Evans through on this lap, but your top 5 at least, it's Michael Evans leads Barry Lee Evans, number 17 leads number 2, in 3rd place Jamie Williams, 27 seconds down on Barry Lee Evans, in 4th number 31 Dean Osborne, he's 2 seconds down on Jamie Williams, and in 5th place number 25 Joe Farragher, who's just a second and a half back on Dean Osborne. Back to you at Manx Radio TT, powered by MediaTek Advertising at the Grand.
Remember the golden age of advertising, when just by hearing the music, you'd think of the brand. Now, MediaTek Advertising is creating that same brand magic for the 21st century with a creation of cost-effective advertising, perfectly placed to be seen at the right time, in the right place, by the right audience, for long-lasting solutions that work worldwide. Visit MediaTek.io.
Owners of domestic animals and livestock are joining the TT course. Please ensure that they are secure during the practice and race periods.
Manx Radio TT, powered by MediaTek Advertising.
48 Dave Butler retired at Governor's Bridge, 65 James Chalk retired at the pits, 90 Ramon Bazomba retired at Quarry Bends, and we've just seen number 34 Chris Cook come up the return lane at the lap bridge. Michael Evans' lead has been, well, a second taken out of it by number 2 Barry Lee Evans, 10.4, but the top 2 are riding the wheels off their machines. They are 33.9 seconds ahead of 3rd place number 23 Jamie Williams. That's the gap between 2nd and 3rd. The gap between 1st and 2nd, 8.4. Let's go to Ramsey Hairpin. Chris Boyd, what a lap!
What a lap indeed. Incredible pace from Michael Evans, trying to do the Manx Grand Prix Junior and Senior double. We're looking down the road for the Bullock Suzuki. Here it is. Nice quick line by Evans. 24-year-old from Santon, away, off up the hill on the climb over the mountain. Back to that pit stop in the Senior Manx Grand Prix. Now waiting for Barry Lee Evans to see what has happened to the gap. As you said, Tim, Lee Evans had just nibbled us about 1.3 seconds out of the advantage on the run from Glen Helen to Ballath. Had he done anything further about it on the run from Ballath here to Ramsey Hairpin, away to James Williams, continues to hold on to that 3rd place, 38.9 seconds down on Lee Evans at Ballath. And Joe Farragher down. So a good battle raging there. Here we are. Here is Lee Evans. The lead almost exactly the same. 8.4 seconds, and it was 8.4 at Ballath as well, so no change at all between the two. But Barry Lee Evans is hanging on to Michael Evans' coattails here. He's not letting him get completely away, and as we said, that all-important pit stop to come. This really is turning into the battle of the youngsters here. As Dean Osborne comes through, 3rd on the road. Away and through. Kawasaki, and he is Jamie Williams as well. Jamie desperate to try and get into that Tommy Club. He was telling me earlier, wants to be in the 120 club. He's down to the other day. He can do that on 3rd, now down to 37 seconds. That's Lee Evans, and that was still 3.9 at the last. So Lee Evans is taking a bit more out of him there. Dean Osborne now 3.4 seconds down on Williams, but we wait for Joe Farragher to slot in there. As we were saying, the youngsters race. Evans is 24, Barry Lee Evans is 29, Williams is 24, Osborne in third and fourth. Bagger is coming. Jamie Williams on the first of the 600s. Obviously the Evans and Barry Lee Evans both on 750s. Williams is first of the 600s. 12, Tom Robinson interview, and Glenn Harrison already in that Tommy Club the other day. Nice neat line by Harrison, away and off and up the hill on the Suzuki. And well, they slot in. Dean Osborne now continues to hold fifth, 3.1 seconds down on Farragher. Then Darren Cooper is 6 seconds down on Osborne as he goes through here now. So through David Lumsden. Tom Robinson shows in 7th, then Lumsden in 8th, then Glenn Harrison 9th of the 9 we've had through so far. The pace on this lap though, Glenn Helen to Glenn Helen, we have Michael Evans 123.546 and pretty much held that identical lap to the lap. Absolutely fine, and going to slow down to come into the pit, but even so, could we see a 123 miles an hour lap at the Manx Grand Prix? This would be absolutely sensational. Evans is flying, but Barry Lee Evans right there with him and not letting him get too far away. 21, the next man to you is Brendan Barger. He's holding on to 14th of the lap bridge. He shows 10 from 10 we've had through here, so obviously we need 1 or 2 more to come through as we also keep an eye on the bungalow to make sure we get the leaders through there. We had Peter Moore through here. He was holding on to 71st place here on the opening lap. So Roy, if you're listening, your lad's doing good. He's still going well, and he looked really smooth through here. We continue to wait. The noise the rep noise rises out of Mayhill and up at Whitegates through Stella Maris. And the rider that burst into view is 47, which is Mark Ironside. 19th place, so he's still going well. He's in the top 20. But the pace of this race is absolutely sensational ahead of him. We continue to wait for 1 or 2 more to come through as Evans makes the bungalow. So Michael Evans is safely at the bungalow on the 750 heading towards the pit stop. 2 more riders burst into view through Stella Maris, 82 and 59. So Stephen Smith, the latter of those 2. Darrell Tweed, of course, our newcomer winner, up the road away ahead of that as well. He's going really well. He's holding on to 13th place at the lap. He shows in 9th here. 1 or 2 more riders again still to slot in. A little bit wider there. We have had 1 or 2 riders just carrying a bit too much speed into here, and those new bales almost coming into play that we've had inserted in front of the commentary box here. So Michael Evans then 8.4 seconds ahead of Barry Lee Evans, and it's out to 10.7 at the bungalow. Michael Evans now leads Barry Lee Evans by 10.7 seconds. Dean Osborne safely through the bungalow. Williams holds third to the 600, 37 seconds down on Lee Evans. Then Jim Farragher in fourth, just 1/4 of a second down on Williams. Dean Osborne in fifth, 3.1 seconds down on Farragher. Darren Cooper in sixth, 6.1 seconds down on Osborne. That's 15 and 50 come through here. Tom Robinson in 7th, David Lumsden in 8th, Nick Anderson in 9th, and Darrell Tweed shows 10th. All important pit stops to come. Let's take you back to the TT Grandstand on Max Radio TT, powered by Media Tech Advertising.
Remember the golden age of advertising, when just by hearing the music, you'd think of the brand. Now, MediaTek Advertising is creating that same brand magic for the 21st century with the creation of cost-effective advertising, perfectly placed to be seen at the right time, in the right place, by the right audience, for long-lasting solutions that work worldwide. Visit mediatek.in.
Would owners of domestic animals and livestock adjoining the TT course please ensure that they are secure during the practice and race periods.
Manx Radio TT, powered by MediaTek Advertising. Manx Radio TT.
Light on then for number 17, Michael Evans in front of the motor. He's got to slow down to come in the pits, but this is very, very quick indeed from number 17, Michael Evans. It's pretty quick from number 2, Barry Lee Evans as well. And Joe Farragher has retired, we're being told, at the gooseneck. What a shame there for Joe Farragher, going so well, hasn't made it at the bungalow there. So yes, out at the gooseneck, but 40.8 seconds the difference between second place Barry Lee Evans and third place number 23 Jamie Williams. The top 2 are doing remarkable speed.
So Mikey Evans in on his pit stop, slows it down very early on the rev limiter. He leads Barry Lee Evans at the bungalow by 10 seconds. It was 8 at Ramsey, so he's good over the mountain as Mikey comes into his pit nice and slow. No rushing really. Let's check. I think we got a new lap record. 122.866 mile an hour. That's a new lap record on his second lap. He's flying at the moment. Looks really cool. Smooth is fast on the race circuit and in the pit stops as well. He's looking really good. I can hear someone else coming in now. I'm guessing it's Barry Lee Evans, second place man. He's much faster into the pits, gets it slowed down nice and early. That was a perfect slow down there for the to get on the speed limiter. So Barry Lee Evans comes in as Mikey Evans goes out. He's struggling getting started, and he's away. He's away. Not too bad at all. Be interesting to see how fast Barry Lee Evans' pit stop is. It could be won or lost just in this pit stop alone. Okay, so 2 riders in, Dean Osborne and Jamie Williams. It's close between them on time actually. Okay, so Barry Lee Evans, bit of trouble with the filler cap, but he's away. And he's away. That was a good pit stop as well. Not too much difference between Evans and the other Evans in that pit stop. 2 Evanses. Let's have a look at some times. Okay, so at the grandstand, Barry Lee Evans trails Michael Evans by 10 seconds. Jamie Williams in third, 47 seconds back on Barry Lee Evans, with Dean Osborne only 0.4 back on Williams. Okay, so Osborne and Williams both away. Tom Robinson in with Glenn Harrison. Let's have a look at some lap times. Barry Lee Evans 122.3. Jamie Williams slower on that lap with 119.2. The front 2 lads are really on it. David Lumsden has managed to stick with Darren Cooper. They're both in. Be interesting to see who gets out first between Robinson and Harrison. Scrutineers just look at the back of the bike, checking everything's okay. David Lumsden down the bottom of the pit lane. And there we go, Glenn Harrison, faster pit stop than Tom Robinson. He's out before him. Robinson closely follows. Now let's see who comes out first between Cooper and Lumsden. They look like they're leaving together. Lumsden had a faster one there. He's out before Cooper. We've got Brendan Farger in, right at the top of pit lane. So I'll read you through the top 10 as we have it. Michael Evans leads Barry Lee Evans, Jamie Williams 3rd, Dean Osborne 4th, Darren Cooper 5th, Tom Robinson 6th, David Lumsden 7th, Glenn Harrison 8th and Brendan Farger 9th. Number 47 in. Brendan Farger away, that was a very fast pit stop from him. Okay, so newcomers A, second place man Darrell Tweed in. He's running very close to the top 10, having a great race. Let's see if they have any problems with the visor this time, I doubt it. Okay, so Mark Ironside away, he sits 12th at the moment, 1 second away from Farger, who is 1 second behind Stephen Smith, number 59. High start number, but very high in the standings as well. Charles Reese Hardesty coming in as well. Okay, good pit stop from Darrell Tweed, he fires up and he's away. Another rider into the pit stop, comes in very fast but gets it slowed down nicely. Charles Rees Hardesty slips into 13th place. It's very close between the 10th place and 15th, covered by about 5 seconds. Damien Horan away. Good pit stop from him. Charles Rees Hardesty away. Victor Lopez in. Slots in just in front of Wayne Humble, who's also in. Got quite a few riders in pit lane now, I'm counting 5. A Kawasaki is away. A Yamaha is away. Mikey Evans is at Glen Helen. Gaz Evans in.
Now, number 2, neatly done for his third lap here at Glen Helen, and the advantage is now 13.5 seconds, 13 and a half seconds to the lead at Glen Helen on lap 3. Number 17 leads number 2. Mikey Evans leads Barry Lee Evans by 13 and a half seconds. Next machine out of Glen Helen 2. Flick to the right, all plugged in. In the left-hander, Dean Osborne. This. He was in third place going into the pits, but with only half a second. There is Jamie Williams, and Dean Osborne has the drop on him. Dean Osborne extends his, or consolidates his third place. Dean Osborne 47 seconds behind Barry Lee Evans, and number 23, sorry, Jamie Williams, fourth place. He's now 6 seconds down on Dean Osborne. So Dean Osborne with the better advantage there coming into pit lane. Next. Up. Should also shuffle up Dave Lumsden, Darryl Tweed, Tim Anderson, potentially Glenn Harrison and Wayne Humble, so that could be a very expensive penalty. Big Lee and Tom Robinson just behind him on the road, and indeed Tom Robinson into 5th place at the moment. Number 4 through, that's David Lumsden. And number 3, Darren Cooper. Yeah, Cooper does fall away. Spectacular fall from grace for Darren Cooper. Jamie Williams takes 4th place. Number 23 in 4th place at the moment. He's 6 seconds back on Dean Osborne. In 5th place, number 4, David Lumsden. He is 20 seconds back on Jamie Williams. In 6th place, number 12, Tom Robinson. He's 4 seconds back on Lumsden. And in 7th at the moment, Glenn Harrison. But we think there might be a couple more riders just going to nudge in front of Glenn Harrison, so we'll just hold fire there. Darryl Tweed, Nick Anderson, potentially Wayne Humble, all potentially could go in front of Glenn Harrison. And of course, Darren Brendan Fargo doesn't trouble that top part of the leaderboard. The 9th fastest through here of the 9 so far. But the tail of the tape will be with Gareth Evans, Darryl Tweed and Nick Anderson. Gareth Evans with a start position of 36. He's going to be a little way down the field, and I suspect we'll not have time to catch him through here. Gareth Evans, Darryl Tweed and Nick Anderson. Gareth Evans with a start position of 36. He's going to be a little way down the field, and I suspect we won't have time to catch him through here, but he will influence the top end of the leaderboard. Tweed shouldn't be too far away now. Number 82 that he's come up, but of course we do have, as I keep saying, Darryl Tweed Darryl Tweed doesn't back go into Gareth Evans will fit in just 59 just behind him, Stephen Smith. So Darryl Tweed into 7th position. Darryl Tweed, number 82. There he is, 82. Darryl Tweed doesn't back go into 7th. 59 just behind. So we've just summarised the leaderboard as we have it. We're short number 10 and number 15, Gareth Evans and Nick Anderson. It's Mikey Evans and number 2, Barry Lee by 13 seconds. Third place, number 31, Dean Osborne, 47 seconds down on Barry Lee Evans. 32, Damien Moore, and 39, Reece Hardesty. Both through there. Jamie Williams, 3 is in 4th place, 6 seconds down on Osborne. In 5th, number 4, David Lumsden, he's 20 seconds down on Williams. In 6th place, number 12, Tom Robinson, 4 seconds down on David. Back to you at Manx Radio TT, powered by MediaTek Advertising at the Grandstand.
Remember that golden age of advertising, when just by hearing the music, you think of the brand. Now, MediaTek Advertising is creating that same brand magic for the 21st century with the creation of cost-effective advertising, a leading place to be seen at the right time, in the right place, by the right audience. Long-lasting solutions that work worldwide. Visit MediaTek.im.
Would owners of domestic animals and livestock adjoining the TT course please ensure that they are secure during the practice and race periods?
Manx Radio TT, powered by MediaTek
Number 67, Jason Heritage retired at Glen Helen, and number 92, Aaron Mellish at Orrisdale Road North. Another speeding ticket is issued. It's Mark Colvin, 63.7, 30 second penalty. Let's just have a quick look at the lap bridge. Michael Evans is 13.6 ahead of number 2, Barry Lee Evans. And those two then, a further 52.7 seconds to number 31, Dean Osborne in 3rd. Ramsey hairpin time, Chris Boyd.
Lap 3, Senior Manx Grand Prix, looking down the road for the Martin Bullock Motorsport Suzuki of Michael Evans, who's absolutely flying. What a race that the 24-year-old is putting in. Here he is. Wow, that's a really good line. Tiny through the hairpin and away off up the hill. GSXR sounds sweet as a nut, so we will wait for Barry Lee Evans. Evans fastest down Sulby again on this lap, 171.2 to Barry Lee Evans, 168.2. Dean Osborne only at 160.5, so conceding over 10 miles an hour down the Sulby straight to Michael Evans on the 600. That's the difference between the 600 and the 750. We are waiting again for Barry Lee Evans to come in next. It's gone out to 13.6 seconds, as Tim said, at Ballath. What's it going to be here at Ramsey Hairpin as the revs rise up through White Gates and into Stella Maris, and the machine does flash into view. Number 2, Barry Lee Evans on the PRF, GSXR. Nice and neat and tidy away again. It's just gone out by another half a second or so, 13.6 out to 14 seconds. So Evans leads Barry Lee Evans by 14 seconds almost exactly. 17 leads 2 on lap 3 at Ramsey of this Senior Manx Grand Prix. Dean Osborne continuing to hold on to 3rd at Ballath Bridge, 5.8 seconds ahead of Jamie Williams, having effectively overhauled him in the pits at the end of lap 2. We'll see what that situation is here as we hear the next rider interview, which I think probably should be Osborne on the road on the Brian Osborne Kawasaki. Going on, and here is Williams on the Honda. Ocean forward machine away off up the hill as well, so that's come down. Yeah, Dean Osborne is now 56 seconds down on Barry Lee Evans, but in the battle of the 600s he's only 2.6 seconds ahead of Jamie Williams. So Williams is coming. He's cut back from 5.8 at the lap to 2.6 here at Ramsey. He's not giving us on the Senior Manx Grand Prix podium by any means. Whether on the last lap he can get that elusive 120 and get himself into the Tommy Club, which is definitely what he wanted to do. He had Paul Duckett on hand in the camp in the pit stops as well to try and help them out. It didn't help him particularly today. Dean Osborne's pit was sensational and allowed him to get into that 3rd place. It's whether or not Dean Osborne can hold on onto a podium, or Jamie Williams can snap a lap off him, and a podium in the Senior Manx Grand Prix would be a sensational result for either of those Manx riders. As we continue to look down the road, we hear more engine noise coming up the hill towards us. We're waiting. We think it could be Glenn Harrison, possibly next on the road, but let's see who does come into view. It is indeed Harrison next. And in close company, 12 and 4. Tom Robinson and David Lumsden. In fact, Lumsden's going to go around the outside. Oh, not quite. He has to bail out of that move as he heads up towards the waterworks. Darren Cooper, whose race obviously has fallen apart with that penalty in the pit stops, he's safely through here as well. So we have Williams into 4th. Then we have Lumsden in 5th. He's now 20 seconds down on Williams. Tom Robinson in 6th, 9.6 seconds down on Lumsden. And then we have Cooper and Harrison through. The riders to come in. Nick Anderson is the next man. We're waiting for the last. He's gone down to 7th there. And then Darryl Tree, I might have said on the last lap, Darryl Tree, the winner of the newcomers race, obviously in 2nd. The podium was a fantastic result. The top 80 holding on to him at the lap in the Senior Manx Grand Prix, which would be one heck of a way to round off his week's work here on the Isle of Man. As we wait for 1 or 2 more riders to come into view. You can hear engine noise once again. Oh, it's a line right up the right-hand side of the road like we were seeing in that newcomers race. It's Brendan Farger safely through here. Lap 3 to start his dash over the mountain as Michael Evans makes it to the bungalow already. So Evans leads Barry Lee Evans by 14 seconds. Then Dean Osborne 56.5 seconds down on Lee Evans. Jamie Williams in 4th, just 2.6 seconds down on Osborne, and the battle we are really, really watching. David Lumsden in 5th, 20 seconds down on Williams. Tom Robinson in 6th, 9.6 down on Lumsden. There's 47. So our next customer here, Mark Ironside, still going along very well. 20 place, I think, at the lap. We've got 1 or 2 more riders to stop here. Barry Lee Evans then made it to the bungalow as well, and the lead has barely changed. 14.1 seconds from 14.0 here. So Michael Evans has just made 1/10 of a second on the run up over the mountain, on the climb up anyway. We'll take the next rider in, which is 82 on a wider line. Darryl Tweed then, so he's safely away. Got Newton as well. We'll get back over the mountain. Come back to the TT 5 Media Tech advertising.
Remember the golden age of advertising, when just by hearing the music, you'd think of the brand. Now, MediaTek Advertising is creating that same brand magic for the 21st century with the creation of cost-effective advertising, perfectly placed to be seen at the right time, in the right place, by the right audience. For long-lasting solutions that work worldwide, visit mediatek.in.
Would owners of domestic animals and livestock adjoining the TT course please ensure that they are secure during the practice and race periods?
Manx Radio TT, powered by MediaTek Advertising.
Early set of penalties in pit lanes for Justin Collins, number 24, number 81, Andres Psychogios, and looking at bungalow, Michael Evans, 14-second lead. Let's go straight to Ramsey, Chris Boyd. The light is on for number 17, Michael Evans. No, we don't need to come to you, Chris. Sorry about the false alarm. Michael Evans at Cronknamona then. We're waiting for Barry Lee Evans at the bungalow. 14.1 was the advantage that he had over Barry Lee Evans, number 2. And then nearly a minute now, the gap between 2nd and 3rd, number 31, Dean Osborne. 56.9, but we should see Michael Evans going out on his last lap, and of course he's trying to double up as well, won the junior.
There goes Mikey Evans through at the grandstand. The leading margin is 16.1 at Cronknamona. So he's had a flying lap, Michael Evans, on his 3rd. He's going on to his last lap now. 116.4 on that lap with a pit stop. I wonder if we'll see another lap record on this final lap by Michael Evans. And I can hear another machine coming up Glenclutchery Road. Oh, Barry Lee Evans is coming into the pits. Oh, he's got a problem, Barry Lee Evans. Second place man in the pits. He's looking at the back of the bike. This has really changed up the race now. I can't quite work out what the problem is. They've got, maybe they need tight. They're working on the back of the bike. He may still be able to maintain second place. He had a big gap over Jamie Williams. He's just flying through now. So I reckon Barry Lee Evans now has to pass and then make 10 seconds on Williams on this last lap. It's going to be hard. Disappointment there for Barry Lee Evans, but Mikey Evans will have a massive lead now. At the grandstand it was 23 seconds. So the reason for Michael Evans making such a big gap on that third lap was that Barry Lee Evans had a problem. Seems to be sorted now. Dean Osborne in third. Jamie Williams in fourth, 7 seconds back on Osborne. Osborne was 49 seconds back on Lee Evans. However, Lee Evans had to come in for a pit stop. All Michael Evans has to do now is just roll it off and bring it back to the start line to complete the Senior Manx Grand Prix for his second win of this week. I hear two more riders. There goes David Lumsden. There goes Glenn Harrison. And two across the line. Whoa! Tom Robinson overtaken by Darren Cooper there. David Lumsden 5th, 19 seconds back on Williams, with Tom Robinson 6th, 21 seconds back on Lumsden. Darren Cooper's 7th, 10 seconds back on Robinson, with Glenn Harrison 8th, only 1 second back on Cooper.
Tom Robinson is 21.7 seconds down on 5th place, number 4, David Lumsden. Barry Lee Evans was in the pits for around 50.5 seconds.
Another rider through the grandstand. Brendan Farger going on to his last lap.
Clear now with that problem for Barry Lee Evans, but I can't emphasise how mature that was, the way he came in there as Brendan Farger goes through on the Yamaha. He's currently in 9th place, and this time will go to Glenn Helen.
Yeah, thanks to 79 just through there, Darren Creer, and also 56, Noel Carroll, and there's going to be a little bit of traffic. Mikey Evans is going to be in the traffic. Here he is now, your race leader, first man on the road. Super duper smooth, no problems at all for Mikey Evans, but up ahead of him there's going to be a little bit of traffic. I spotted Peter Creer, there was Darren Creer, Stuart McCann, Stuart Bedford, Paul van der Heijden, Richard VMA, and a couple of others as well. So a little bit of work to do for Mikey Evans, but he does now have quite a good advantage. I'm sure he'll be getting bored somewhere to tell him that his advantage is going to be quite large and he just needs to slow down. That's another higher start number as well, 61. I think that was Peter Moore on Team Moot. Peter Moore safely through here then on his third lap. A little bit of work to do for Team Moot, but he's still circulating well. But yeah, that Michael Evans, Barry Lee Evans. I was going to make a corny joke. If you want a winner of this race, you just got to look to the Evans. and that tumbleweed flight past the outside of the commentary box here, but that pit stop from Barry Lee is actually going to really put the race on a play for Michael Evans. He won't need to push at all in this final lap, so big is his advantage. As we await the arrival of next man on the road, should be number 31, Dean Osborne, and he'll be marginally closer, I think, to Barry Lee Evans. That second place battle could be very interesting. Here is Dean Osborne now. Fast approach, straight on to the power, and he's a minute and 18 seconds now, a minute and 18 the gap between Michael Evans and Dean Osborne as we await the arrival of Barry Lee. Anybody else connect? Jamie Williams will be close. No, here is Barry Lee now, and closely followed on the road by Jamie Williams. Barry Lee Evans holds second place, so perfectly judged by the PRF team. Michael Evans leads, number 17, leads number 2, Barry Lee Evans, by 1 minute and 17 seconds. Glenn Helen on the last lap. In third place, though, number 31, Dean Osborne. He is just 1.2 seconds behind Barry Lee Evans, so there's going to be a cracking battle for that second place. In third, Dean Osborne. Fourth place, number 23, then Jamie Williams. He is 11.6 down on Dean Osborne. We'll call that 12. So 12 second the gap between Jamie Williams and Dean Osborne. That was 7 at the grandstand, so Dean Osborne obviously pushing ahead now, sensing that there might be an opportunity for a slightly higher place. We've been following the fortunes of Darren Cooper since he picked up that speeding penalty. On the entrance to the grandstand, he was in 5th. Coming to Glenn Howard after that pit stop, he dropped to 10th with a 3-second gap. He closed that to 1 by 1 bridge, and he's ahead then number 4 for Dave Lumsden. No problems for the hammer here, followed on the road by Glenn Harrison. Ahead of him on corrected time. And Lumsden in 5th place. He is 15 seconds away from 4th place Jamie Williams. Next man into Glen Helen on the final lap, Darren Cooper. Darren Cooper is really pushing now. Number 12, Tom Robertson, also through there. But Darren Cooper, as I said, he was up to 9th place at Ramsey Hairpin on that last lap. Then we had to switch off and concentrate on something else. But Cooper now in 8th place, and he's just over half a second down on 7th place Glenn Harrison. So Darren Cooper on the charge to try and recover some of that time and places that he lost. He might just pull in Glenn Harrison, but the gap from Glenn Harrison to 6th place Tom Robertson is another 5 seconds, and they're not certain that they're just going to pick up that time in much left of this race. But at the moment, it is number 17, Mikey Evans leads number 2, Barry Lee Evans, by 1 minute and 17 seconds. In third place, number 31, Dean Osborne. He is just 1 second down on Barry Lee Evans. In fourth, number 3, Jamie Williams. He's 12 seconds back on Dean Osborne. In fifth place, number 4, David Lumsden. He's 15 seconds back on Jamie Williams. Another machine comes out of the sunshine now at Glen Helen 2. Down a gear into the left-hander, number 21, Brendan Farger. Brendan Farger doesn't threaten that top 5. Nice position we have him at the moment, but some of those higher start position riders are going to come in front of him. Stuart Hall, Gareth Evans, Stephen Smith, Rhys Hardesty possibly. But Brendan Farger safely through here in his final lap. That's 47, Mark Ironside, another man with a pit lane penalty. Mark Ironside 10th fastest so far, but as I say, some of those higher start numbers are going a little bit quicker on the day. Just looking at some of those riders, Stuart Hall started 34th. He gained 18 places by Glen Helen on lap 3, up to 16th. Next man is to the left-hander, Darrell Tweed. Closely followed on the road by 59, Stephen Smith. So Darrell Tweed holding 9th position. Other movers in there, number 10, Gareth Evans. He's picked up 20 places, started 31st to 11th, Glen Helen on lap 3. And notice Roger Wimley creeping on the screen as well. Number 33, started 47th and was up to 33rd place, so again a 14 for Roger Wimley. But the story at the top end of the race is number 17, Michael Evans, standing leading Glen Helen on lap 4, 1 minute and 17 seconds over number 2, Barry Lee Evans, with a real ding-dong for second place, because in third place is Dean Osborne, number 31, just 1 second down on Barry Lee Evans. Back to you at Manx Radio TT, powered by MediaTek Advertising at the grandstand.
Enter the golden age of advertising, when just by hearing the music, you'd think of the brand. Now, MediaTek advertising is creating that same brand magic for the 21st century with the creation of cost-effective advertising. Perfectly placed to be seen, the right time, in the right place, by the right audience. For long-lasting solutions that work worldwide, visit mediatek.im.
From Dean Osborne in that second place. One more retirement gas, Evans. And Hill is going to Ramsey.
Waiting for him by Evans. It's Evans, we hope, when he comes up the hill. We're waiting on him. Well, it's a big advantage now. 1 minute 16. You'd think he'd be backing it off, but he's just set the fastest speed of the whole race down the Sulby speed trap for 172.1 miles an hour. So here he is. Bursts into view. Really nice. Superb, really racy still, it has to be said. Hope he's getting good boards to tell him that lead is up over 1 minute 17. Some later starters coming out behind him as well. He's got Trafford he's contending with, Tom Snow and Ross Orchard. Those amongst the riders that he's already passed. He's got Adam Bauer, Peter Greer, and Stuart McCann up the road ahead of him. 77 sort of wobbles into here a little. As he bids to complete the junior and senior double, and well on race record schedule, it has to be said. 79 and 56. Darren Greer and Carroll are away as well, on their third lap. Obviously, a lap behind Evans, but nonetheless, the pace he's setting, leaving these guys trailing in the wake. We continue to wait for Barry Lee Evans. Obviously, we haven't done that scheduled pit stop, but I've just said consent on him to do it and get into the boys and get them to check it all out and keep that second place. Absolutely spot on precision stuff by the PRF team. It was 5.4 seconds Evans had over Osborne at the lap, as our next rider is 61. And here's Peter Moore to take in Chris. Yeah, good look back here. Peter Moore going very, very well. Running nice well in the race. Enjoying his day. Here is Osborne then again. He puts the leg out as he did on the previous lap. Then away up the hill and gone as well as we continue to wait for Barry Lee Evans. Here he is, back number 2, the RF machine, all looks well. Holding his, just pulls the front wheel slightly as he accelerates away from the head here, away up the hill. He's just coming a little bit by maybe 3 seconds or so as Jamie Lundgren arrives. Possibly with the 600 to put on the podium, apart than the two 750s ahead of him, Michael Evans and Barry Lee Evans. And no mean feat to get a 600 onto a podium at the Senior Manx Grand Prix with some of these 750s in and around the entry list. As the next man we have interview is David Lumsden on the Martin Bullock Manx Sport Honda. Glenn Harrison here as well. Always looks really well through here, Glenn Harrison. Really neat and tidy, good line. And it's really racy on the way up the hill. Big handfuls of throttle as he heads off up the hill. Next one we'll have in is number 3, Darren Cooper. His race undone, of course, by that pit stop delay penalty. But, nonetheless, he's had a good week here at the Manx Grand Prix. Tom Robinson heads away up the hill as well. The Gansons over him will sit there as we head round between the last lap here and this time round. We will wait, of course, for Harrison to arrive and have just slotted into that top 6 place. So Michael Evans, which is the pace of this race, our race leader, is already at the bungalow. So Evans leads Barry Lee Evans by 1 minute 13. Dean Osborne 7.8 down on Evans. Jamie Williams 14.5 down on Osborne. David Lumsden slots into fifth. 10.9 seconds down on Williams. Glenn Harrison shows a 7 from the waiting on Robinson. And that's a position change between Harrison and Robinson there. Harrison has got ahead of Robinson here at Glen Helen on lap 4. 36 seconds shows Harrison down on Lumsden, and Robinson 2.6 down on Harrison, who's overhauled him. Darren Cooper and Brendan Fargo, the other two riders through here so far, show in 8th and 9th, but we do have other riders to come through, in particular Darryl Tweed, who's 21, is the next man through. That is Fargo, away up the hill, Simon Bean, and away up the hill. But yeah, with Evans already at the bungalow, we don't want to miss the race finish, so we'll take you back to the TT Grandstand and Manx Radio TT as a Media Tech advertising.
Remember the golden age of advertising, when just by hearing the music, you'd think of the brand. Now, MediaTek advertising is creating that same brand magic for the 21st century with the creation of cost-effective advertising, perfectly placed to be seen at the right time, in the right place, by the right audience, for long-lasting solutions that work worldwide. Visit MediaTek.io.
Barry Lee Evans at the bungalow, 10-second advantage from Lee Evans over Dean Osborne, who's third, and he's 19.9 ahead of fourth place number 23, and that is, of course, Jamie Williams. The light is off for number 17, Michael Evans, and what a sensational ride it's been here in the senior race at the Manx Grand Prix from the 24-year-old from Santon. It has been very, very special indeed. But Barry Lee Evans, you've got to give him praise as well for the... problem, and he's still on for second place. But it's only one man really it's been all about. Number 17, Michael Evans, through Crossnimona, onto Glen Crutchy Road, out of Goodness Zip. He's of course done the lap record as well. That's not him. Next one should be the
Michael Evans across the line, wins the Senior Manx Grand Prix. 2 in a week, newcomers last year.
For a sizzling senior performance, he crosses the line, little nod of the head as he goes through, and then let's look at that last lap there.
Get the lap time in. 120.520. Another lap in excess of 120 miles an hour. He's probably done more than, I'd say, 4 or 5 120s this week. Not many people can say they've done that. He goes home with the junior, the senior, and the lap record in both. Can't ask for more than that, really. His team's ready as he comes into the winner's enclosure now. The team comes in, he's delighted with that one. Big hug from the girlfriend. Can't ask much more than that. What a race for Mikey Evans. All of the family are here today. He's got a massive fan club now. He'll have to move on to the TT next year. He'll be definitely one to watch. Dean Osborne across the line. He's sitting in second at the moment, but we're still waiting for Barry Lee Evans to come through. Barley Evans across the line, slots into second. He comes 1 minute after Michael Evans. And Dean Osborne slots into third. I'm sure he'd be delighted with that.
Are you ready to speak? Yeah. Get a drink on board. Sorry, Chief. 122.866 on the lap coming into the pits. The first lap standard start was a lap record, but 120.
And Barley Evans will be coming in now. He had a nightmare race, was close to Michael Evans all the way through, however, that issue with the rear tyre on the third lap put him right back, but he still gets second place. That shows you how well he was riding today. Second place with 2 pit stops. Dean Osborne 120.7 on that final lap, with David Lumsden also getting into the 120s. Must be more than 5 people going into the Tommy Club this year. That's absolutely brilliant. Never seen before in the Manx Grand Prix. We've got some real talent coming through now. Glenn Harrison does 120 on his final lap as well. We'll try and go a word with Mikey in a second after he's spoken to Chris Cunningham from Manx Radio. Great job as ever. We'll move in a second. Barley Evans looks relieved. Dean Osborne looks tired. They've all played an absolute blinder today. We'll just try and sneak in a word in a second. Mikey Evans not even breaking a sweat. Just having a debrief with the family and the pit team who did a sterling job. Right, move out the way to get for them to get the photo. Right, we'll move in. Mikey, you've won them all, newcomers last year, junior and senior this year. How was that?
It's just a dream come true. Just, yeah, so long, so many years dreaming about actually doing the newcomers, and then to go to newcomers and win was unbelievable. And yeah, it's it's another step up to what we've done this year, and it's I've tried to work hard all year, learn as much as I can off different people, watch on board, just try and soak it up and learn what I can, and put a lot of effort in, and the effort's paid off.
Lap records to go with it as well. You've got a quality team behind you, you've got a big fan club, as you can see around us.
Yeah, it's great, the lap records. I mean, obviously really nice to have, but at the end of the day it was just kind of the race win was the the main thing to get done, but race win, lap records are icing on the cake really.
How was the race in itself? Was the conditions good round pit boards?
Conditions were good, yeah. I had a couple of pit boards. It was a bit, first lap, the road was I wouldn't say dirty, but there was a lot of leaves around and stuff, and a few animals. I think I hit a bird somewhere on the mountain, or just missed it, I'm not sure. And a rabbit ran out in front of me at Grieber, I think it was, but yeah, he was a bit too quick for me to get him, so.
I bet you on that over the mountain, you were just listening for everything on the bike, just willing it home.
Yeah, well, I had the third lap through the bungalow. I hit neutral, and I just thought, oh no, I hope nothing's going on here. And then, obviously, the last lap I had plus 76 coming out of the gooseneck, which is unbelievable feeling. But I just kept telling myself not get too excited, and job's not done until you're over the line here. So just stay composed and stuff.
Was everyone cheering you on the hedges on the way back in?
Yeah, they were. I kept looking at them because I still couldn't believe that it was plus like 70 seconds. So I was looking at them, and yeah, like I say, I wish I could have waved back at them, but yeah, thanks for everyone out there cheering me on and stuff. There's plenty out there.
Good man. See you at the TT next year.
Thank you very much.
All the best. Well, who are we going to try and grab a word with now? We've got Barry Lee Evans here. We're just getting a photo, so. Right, we'll try and grab a word with him. Let you get the drinking. Barry, you were delighted with the lightweight race. How do you feel now?
Oh, even better. I mean, these are PRF lads that work so hard for the fortnight, and I was saying earlier, they've done nothing but work on the bikes, swap engines, and if it wasn't for their spirit, I think I'd have given up halfway through practice week. It's so not to repay with this.
Second place with two pit stops in a 4-lap race. That's pretty impressive.
Yeah, I think superb.
What was wrong with the bike?
It was just the chain was slipping. So obviously I've been trying a bit too hard, and the power of that thing was stretching the chain. But and straight in, and they had it done straight away and straight out. So brilliant, speechless. I'm struggling for words.
Good man. See you at the presentation tonight.
Yeah, thank you.
Thanks. Right, we'll move round. Turn around and have a look at the lads all about to have a photo.
Yeah, cut away.
15 minutes, 6.669 seconds, and he was a minute ahead of second place Barry Lee Evans. Third was number 31, Dean Osborne, and that point 3 down on Barry Lee Evans. Fourth was David Lumsden, number 4, and he was 25 seconds down on Osborne, but he was 2.7 seconds ahead of fifth place. On lap 2, and a last lap of 118.68, so 8th overall. And Mike Norbury unfortunately retired on the opening lap, and we're waiting for other newcomers to come in. But Darrell Tweed, quickest of the newcomers on the Triumph, and a last lap of 118.680. He was 4 seconds in front of in 9th place number 3 Darren Cooper, 118.403 on the last lap. Number 15, Stephen Proctor, 16th, number 21, Brendan Farger, 17th, number 32, Damien Boren, 18th, number 47, Mark Ironside, 19th, number 20, 28, Paul Pochie Williams. 20th position was number 35, Robert Whittle. 21st, number 9, Victor Lopez Santos. 22nd, number 40, Matt Milcrease. 23rd, number 16, Peter Wilkinson. 24th, number 73, Emmett Berg. And 25th, number 86, David McConaughey, the second of our newcomers. And the fastest lap on that last lap for him of 150.
And slot them in and let you know that they finished after we've had our podium presentation here for the Manx Grand Prix senior race. The AB Kruckle Trophy is down there ready to be presented. Winning number 17 right there.
The senior race and the AB Kruckle Trophy is down there ready to be presented, and the winning number 17 bike there is being wheeled into place.
Dean Osborne receives his hat from the Lieutenant Governor.
In second place from Wales, riding a Suzuki.
Riley Evans takes second place. Great ride from him. 2 podiums this year. Michael Evans moves on to the TT next year after winning the Manx Grand Prix in great style.
Congratulations to Michael, race and lap record to boot as well. Many, many congratulations. Let's be outstanding now for the Manx National Anthem.
And the Lieutenant Governor makes his way down the steps as he's about to be soaked. Oh! Almost got us. Mikey Evans getting used to that podium now. I would not be surprised if we saw him again up there in a few years at the TT.
Sash some way in the coming days and weeks. But the photographers will now take all the pictures down there beneath the podium as the three riders make their way down that spiral staircase.
Take all the pictures down there beneath the podium as the three riders make their way down that metal spiral staircase. The road's open car, we're told, is already on its way. It has left St Ninians. Remember, roads remain closed until that car has passed you on the mountain course. So while the photographs are being taken down below, let's give credit to everyone else who's finished here. And another rider just going through. Andreas Psychiosis is also through. In 26th position we've got to is number 38, Adrian Hartog. 27th, number 44, Sam Johnson. 28th, number 51, Michael Hand. 29th, number 36, Radley Hughes. 30th, number 70, Eric Cajus. 31st, number 41, Frederick Besnard. 32nd, number 14, Dennis Booth. 33rd, number 66, Callum Ward. 34th, number 33, Roger Wibberley. 35th, number 49, Jason Brewster. 36th, number 60, Stephen Horn. 37th, number 45, Mark Colvin. 38th, number 74, Andy McPherson. 39th, number 37, Sean Evans. 40th, number 83, the newcomer Andrew Windsor. 41st, number 52.
Mikey Evans does the double.
As we speak, because Tommy Henry has slotted himself in. Moody and Psychogeus move further down the order to 48th, 49th and
got with Dean. Dean, how was the race?
Yeah, it was a good race. Slow start, but I got there and eventually.
Are you happy with that?
Yeah, I'm very happy. Very happy. I mean, with what we had to do after the junior race, you know, Slick Bass helped us out amazingly. Getting the engine in, helping us dyno all. You know, it wasn't a problem, so I couldn't have thanked him anymore.
Will we see you here at the Manx next year or onto the TT maybe?
We'll see. Manx probably next year.
Good man.
Thanks very much.
Cheers. Thank you.
Mate.
Okay. It's been an amazing Manx Grand Prix, I'm sure we'll all agree. My highlight, probably that race between Brad Vickers and Dara Tweed and the newcomers. That was tough for them, evening race, but lap record breaking. We've seen at least 4 or 5 people into the Tommy Club this year with 120 mile an hour lap. But what was your favourite part?
I mean, it was just fantastic. I think Brad Vickers winning the newcomers was quite an emotional win with all his family there. It's definitely a highlight of this year. It's been a good Manx Grand Prix this year. We just hope next year can match it, really.
Yeah, I totally agree. Just like to do a few thank yous. Thanks most importantly to Rory Buchanan, who without this it wouldn't have worked. But without the feedback and views that we've been getting, we've reached over 1 million people just alone in this practice and race week. There's too many people to thank behind the scenes. Simon Krellin, quick shout out, he's been very helpful all week. Any thank yous from you?
I'd like to extend my thanks to all the marshals who give up their time to support the races.
Brilliant, thanks very much, and we've got high hopes for next year. We'll keep you up to date with all the latest information that we have, and yeah, thanks very much. Cheers.
All I'd like to do now is just close by passing on best wishes to the riders who picked up injuries during this week's motorcycle racing. Hope you make a full and speedy recovery, and especially Kevin Aggo Murphy, who came off in the race on Wednesday. And ride home. We want to see you back again next year. Back to you at the grandstand.
Thank you very much, Dave Christian, and the team out there at Glen Helen. The Manx International Classic Trial, of course, opens tomorrow. It's the 21st edition of it, so a little bit of an anniversary. Saturday it starts 8:30 at the St John's car park, and it'll open with the Slewallian Plantation and there's Aracy Plantation, the Pipeline Track, Glen Russian Gully, South Barrule, the Quarry and the Plantation, Stony Mountain, Tossaby and Cornelly Mines, and there's a good entry. I know Steve Plater's staying over for it, and goes on the Sunday as well. Sunday, Laxey Promenade is the start at 7:30 in the morning, and it'll finish around 1:30 at the Shore Hotel in Laxey. Something to go and see bike-wise over the weekend. Well, let's go up to Ramsey Hairpin and get the final thoughts from the team there, led by Chris Boyd.
Yes, good afternoon again, Tim. And yeah, we've been just watching the progress of Peter Moore. Mini Moose is away, and he has just crossed the finish line back with you at the TT Grandstand, and it's going to be a top 60 finish for Peter in the Senior Manx Grand Prix. So the end of a very successful 2-week period for Peter. Hopefully, Roy, all being well, we'll be back with you here at Ramsey next year. And well, it's been a fun week up here, it has to be said. We've seen plenty of action up here, starting, of course, with Josh Brooks on the pattern, taking the John McGuinness ride and winning that event. And then, of course, we had Bruce Anstey with the absolutely incredible 120-mile-an-hour lap on the lightweight as we get the final travelling marshal through here now. So the Rose Open car won't be too far away. All the other TMs have been up in the convoy not long ago. So we're definitely coming towards the end of this festival of motorcycling, certainly the road racing part of it. Obviously, as Tim says, the trials action taking over this weekend. Anstey, yeah, on that 250, what a lap that was, quite possibly the lap of the meeting. Maybe up until today, actually, because maybe that Michael Evans lap, that was superb. That was absolutely incredible stuff to take a lap and race record and do the junior and senior double. That really does set Michael up now as a road racer to watch as we head forward from here. We had Michael Rutter, of course, winning the Junior 350 Classic TT, and then we expected Bruce Anstey to take the Superbike TT. I haven't seen the practice times, but Dean Harrison it was that pipped him to that. We've had and then of course moved into the Manx Grand Prix element of the meeting with the newcomers races, and the 20-year-old Brad Vickers taking his victory, and then Derek Wilson taking the Super Twin section of that newcomers race as well. And on we've rolled from there into Michael Evans's junior, and then of course the lightweight that was taken by Darren Cooper. His race today just spoiled by that pit lane penalty, but nonetheless a very successful week by Darren. And it's been a successful meeting all round. Yes, there are injured riders who will need to mend, but they all will, hopefully, and their enthusiasm for racing here on the mountain course will be undiminished, and they'll all be back next year. My personal thanks, obviously, to Matty Cunningham on the engineering here at Ramsey Hairpin, and especially to Pat O'Hanlon, who has been absolutely superb at keeping me in tow and giving us one or two pointers as we go through. And the timing, he's been on the stopwatch. As we said earlier in the week, he was within, I think it was 0.02 of a second on one of the laps that we were timing earlier in the week, hand timed up against the computers these days. So really impressive stuff by Pat here. And yeah, we've had a fun and successful couple of weeks up here, well, 10 days or so of commentary at least. And yeah, we're just waiting for the roads to open. We've got a glorious week here. We wish everyone who's visiting us a safe journey home, and we hope we'll see you all again next year for another successful year of road racing on the Isle of Man. We can't wait. And well, let's bring it on. The marshals here desperately keen for me to say well done to them. They have been a really good team up here all week. It's been really fun to be part of them, especially after the incident the other day and the incident in the parade that was up here as well. It's been a good bunch up here, and they've dealt with everything with good humour as well, and definitely winding us up with plenty of crack. So yeah, it's pretty much come to the end, and well, it sort of went through as quick as you they're sad, the marshals are sad, but well, they'll get over it and they'll be back next year as well. We've had plenty of action and certainly plenty of lines today, loads of varied lines, in particular on the last lap of that senior. Nick Anderson and Damien Horan. Nick Anderson tried to go up the inside of Damien Horan right here on the hairpin, and ended up putting his hand up to apologise as they headed away from here. How they both got themselves sorted out enough to get round and away, well, they did, and that's all that matters, and they've got themselves their race finishes for the Senior Manx Grand Prix. And 60 or so, 60 plus riders finishing now the Senior Manx Grand Prix. Tim will take you a little bit further down the order, I'm sure. But from here in Ramsey, for road racing in 2017 on the mountain course, we say thank you very much, and we'll hand you back to the TT Grandstands on Manx Radio TT, powered by MediaTek Advertising.
Thank you very much there, Boydie, and yeah, Roy Moore, we mentioned Sun finishing. Roy obviously normally there. Don't forget Roy Moore's Mountain Memories. The 4th part has gone live today on the Manx Radio TT Facebook and the Manx Radio YouTube channel. The newcomers, we mentioned already, Daryl Tweed, 118.68, his quickest lap. All of them went quicker than in the newcomers race, those that finished. 86, David McConaughey, 115.64. 83, Andrew Windsor, 114.37. 91, Daryl Dorlick, 110.30. Adam Bauer, 109.58, number 89. And number 87, Stuart McCann, 109.76. Well, the winners then, the Classic TT presented by Bennett's. The Bennett Senior was won by Josh Brooks. The Dunlop Lightweight was won by Bruce Anstey. The Shaw Junior by Michael Rutter, and the Motorsport Merchandise Superbike by Dean Harrison. The Manx Grand Prix, the Newcomers A winner was Brad Vickers. Newcomers B was Derek Wilson. The Junior, Michael Evans. The Lightweight, Darren Cooper. And the Senior, Michael Evans. The next Isle of Man Festival of Motorcycling is from Saturday the 18th of August to Friday the 31st of August 2018. Thanks to the clerk of the course, Gary Thompson, and all in race control, Paul Phillips and the rest of the TT and Motorsport team, the Manx Motorcycle Club and Race Secretary Anne Kinvig, the marshals, medics, scrutineers, officials, all involved in organising and running the Isle of Man Festival of Motorcycling. The press office, thanks to Simon Crellin and Phil Edge, and from all of us, a big thanks to the Manx public. To all at Manx Radio, but a special thanks to the MediaTek Advertising Manx Radio TT commentary team, timekeepers Pat and Tim O'Hanlon, Norman Quayle and Roy Sweetman, producers Catherine Nichol, Alex Brindley, Ben Hartley, Chris Williams and Simon Quine, social media editor Mark Tiley, the official photographer Martin Purnell, Manx Radio TT News John Moss, our engineers Ed Rickson, Andrew Beasley, Darren Leeming and Matty Cunningham, fellow commentators Dave Christian and Chris Boyd, Chris Kinley, Roy Moore and Chris Palmer, and the commentary producer Eunice Cubban. That's it for racing at the road racing capital of the world for 2017. Before we go fully into the autumn, there are only 268 days to go until TT 2018. I'm Tim Glover. It's been an honour and a pleasure. For the final time in 2017, it's time to return you to Broadcasting House.